Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a Nomad new release coming out. We're going to see if this palette is going to beat out one of my top 5 palettes from Nomad. The top 5 that I have in there right now are pretty solid, so this one's going to be a hard one. So if you're interested in seeing what's the new palette for Nomad's release and if it's going to beat out one of my top 5, then just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. Okay, so the latest, before this release, the latest release was the travel palettes. And I have not included the travel palettes in the top 5 just because it's just hard to judge a 6-pan palette to a full-size palette. I love these, but for the top 5, I don't include these because it's a little harder to add these in and compare them to a full palette. So these, though, are amazing. I've used these multiple times on camera and off camera. I did a live stream. Since I'm not in my normal background, I'm still recovering from my car accident. I'm recovering well, so I'm out of my normal space. I'm in my wheelchair in my bedroom. So anyways, but it works all the same. I have everything here that I'm going to need to create a look and do the top 5 with you guys. Before I show you the brand new release, I'm going to show you last time's top 5 palettes in no particular order, okay? And number 1, in no particular order, but the first one I'm going to show you is the Nomad Okobongo Safari palette. It looks a little something like this. I really like these warm tones, and I am a green kind of girl. I made amazing looks with this palette, and it was a very hard decision between that one and the Ghost Town USA palette. I took a lot of heat from that decision the last time, but there was a reason behind it, and it was because I wanted to round it out because I had so many other cool tone that I went with the warm tone for one of the palettes. The other one in the top 5 is the Nomad Snow Lodge palette. It looks a little something like this. I love this palette, and oh my goodness, like, can we just, I'm going to show you probably every single time because it is an amazing shade. The whole palette is beautiful, but that shade just won my heart. It just did. Okay. And then, of course, all the green, amazing goodness with the Ireland Wild Atlantic Way. You know, my favorite eyeshadow color is green, and this is a whole bunch of green goodness that I love. You have some other neutral tones. You have a blue over here, so you can make a lot of different shades. This one here really surprised me because it is green, but it kind of shows up blue as well. And so, yeah, you can take this in a lot of different directions. You have green, you have gold shimmers, and you have like an orangey gold shimmer, and then you have blue shimmer. It's just, it's gorgeous. And then we have my 2 faves. These are in the top 2. I said no particular order, but this one is my top 1 still. Every time I use this one, it just makes me happy. So this one is my number 1 still. This is just so incredible. It could tie if, you know, hey, I make my own rules around here. They're a tie, really. You know, I love my shifty shades. This
is just yummy, yummy goodness in a palette. I just can't explain to you the gorgeousness that is contained within these palette walls. It's just yummy. It is so beautiful.
creates some of my favorite looks. It's galaxy. It's my colors. I love it. But, you know, it barely beats out this one because the Royal Europe has the shifty shades, all of the royal berry tones. Pick this up on my fingers real quick. Now, come on. Who doesn't like that? I don't know. Look at that little mustard shade, but then you have these berry tones. They're just so pretty. So pretty. Love this palette. Love the packaging. So that's top 5. The new palette is Colorful Goodness. It is summertime in a palette, and where's our travels going to take us to? This time the travels are going to take us to Florida Keys. And then look at that. It reminds me of the Antilles palette. Look at that. Like key lime pie. Like I just told you, if you were on my live stream, I just told you about a story with key lime pie. Like every time, I just really feel like
Nomad is making them special for me.
But flamingos, super, super summery. Love it, love it. Before I open up the palette, which I've already swatched, I am going to show you pictures and a video of the palette before it was swatched and let you guys see the swatches that I created. And I did a fun little geometric little swatch thing again. Let me know down in the comments if you like that or not. And I'm going to read where our destination is coming from and let you know a little bit about the palette. Greetings from the Florida Keys. Hear the ocean waves, feel the warm breeze, and see the fiery sunsets. We hope you experience it all with the tropical shades and the free-spirited design of our Keys, Beachy, and Peachy palette. Thank you for your support, Felicia and Auntie at Nomad Cosmetics. New Keys, Beachy, and Peachy Intense Color Palette. The destination, the southernmost point in the continental U.S. is the Florida Keys, is a tropical paradise with laid-back, come-as-you-are feel. Connected by the overseas highway, the archipelago is an oasis of color-soaked fiestas, marine life, sanctuaries, and days in fun in the sun activities. With blue skies, key lime pies, and 5 o'clock somewhere vibes. It's no wonder that close to perfect, far from normal is their motto. As Hemingway said, life is good in the Florida Keys. The only thing missing is you. Well, now that you have arrived, the palette, Tropical Goodness. A collection of tropical hues and sun-washed yellows, peaches, and key limes to richly soaked purples, blues, and sunset corals. 11 fun-in-the-sun mattes and 7 glistening on the water shimmers. Inspired by the always sunny Florida Keys. Because we are proud to support the Dolphin Research Center that saves and protects dolphins and other marine mammals in the Florida Keys. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, love that they're saving the dolphins. They're so cute. I want to swim with the dolphins so bad. It's on my bucket list. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little swatches that you watched. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the palette, show you the palette. Just letting you know, we're going to create a look. Since we're trying to figure out if this is going to go in the top 5, I'm going to play with the corals, the peach colors and the corals, because if you know me, you know. If you don't know me and you're new here, please subscribe. I'd love to get to know you. And if you do subscribe, and I absolutely would welcome you to hang out with us if you like colorful makeup, shimmery makeup, glittery makeup, all the colors, all the indie brands. If you enjoy that kind of thing, you will enjoy this channel. And if you do know, you know that oranges don't look good on me. Prison orange just doesn't look good on me. Corals and some pinks don't look that great on me either. The reason behind it is I have a skin tone that's a little bit harder to match up with foundations. My skin tone overall is a cool to neutral olive undertone. And so those are the colors that just clash with my skin tone. So if I'm going to figure out if this palette's going to beat out my top 5, I definitely need to play with those corals to be able to figure that out. So we're going to do a look with the corals. If you love corals and you don't have a cool to neutral olive tone, you'll probably love it anyways. So it's a win-win, right? Before I get started, I got to just show you, if you love a attention to detail type company, Nomad is your best friend, okay? Because every palette just is so well thought out. And I already showed you the outer cover, but look, in the inside, a dolphin and a flamingo. Can that get any cuter than that? I don't think so. I don't, who does that?
Who puts that kind of detail and time and attention into the packaging? Name them. Just name them, okay? I love it.
Again, like I said, I've already swatched all the pretties off of there, but it is a gorgeous, colorful palette. See, I'm drawn to the greens and yellows and the purple and the blues even, but these worry me a little bit. They worry me a little bit. I'm not a monochromatic girl, so I will be doing the corals alongside something else in my look. But what I'm going to do is when I get back, my eyes are going to be primed. I'm going to let you guys listen to some music and relax while I do this look. At the end, we'll all come together and we'll discuss this. We'll discuss the corals, if it's going to push out one of the ones in my top 5, and go over my thoughts on this palette. So I hope that you stay around and you watch, and I will discuss with you guys at the end. So I'll see you soon. Okay guys, this is my final look. I like it. It's just, coral is a little tricky. I put on some blue eyeliner. I think that helped. The lashes helped. I put a fun little gemstones on there. I went with a very warm tone, like I put bronzer on, blush on. I think all those things helped. So we're going to look. We're going to look at these palettes in comparison to the other 5 palettes. And I have to take all that in consideration. I really had to pour warmness into my face for me to really like this look. So knowing that, but also knowing that I have the purples and the blues and a little bit of greens and golds, I'm going to take all of that in consideration when I go to look at these palettes. I know it does not beat out this one. It does not beat out this one. It does not beat out my Snow Lodge. I'm going to say it's not going to beat out this one either. This would be my only contender. This was the one that was the contender. This one and the Haunted one was the contender last time. So this one is going up against this one again. Every single shadow that I've used out of this, I can make a look out of. I don't know if I'll use the corals on this one or the peachy tone. Like the peachy tone just disappears into my face and then kind of clashes with my skin tone unless I warm it up quite a bit, okay? I do like the color that it's kind of changed to my eyes. It's kind of like a blue, gray, green kind of mixture. This is so hard. Like I literally torture myself with this. I'm looking at the other shades. They're all so different. Like this palette is different from any of the other ones that I have, mainly in my top 5 here. I think I'm going to keep the top 5 that I have, only because of the peachy and coral tones. If you love peachy and coral tones, you're going to love this palette absolutely, because the shimmers are amazing. The mattes are amazing. You watch me put them on my eyes. I want to do more looks with this. I would say that this is probably right under my top 5. I would probably rank this as 6. I really do like it. I want to do more looks with it. It is the corals though, because you have peachy, peachy, coral, coral. So that's 4 shades out of the palette. Peachy, peachy, coral, coral. It's not that I don't enjoy those colors. I think they're beautiful. It's just they don't really go real well with my skin tone. And I have to really amp up my face to allow those colors to really shine. I'm going to rate it. I'm probably going to slide it into number 6. Who knew? This is the first time. Oh my goodness. If you love corals, you're going to absolutely love this though. If you love peachy, corals, oranges, all that stuff, you're going to love this because you have such a wide variety of yellows and golds and like a coppery orange. And oh my goodness, did you guys see that? That really just kind of disappears on my face. But this one here has a shift to it. I didn't really notice it when I swatched it, but when I put it on my eyes, it shifted from that orange to that gold to that like coral. Oh, that was a delicious shade. I just wish it looked better with my skin tone. So I think I feel good with this where it's at, but you tell me. You tell me what you think of my ranking. I know I got raked over the coals the last time, but that's okay. I want to hear feedback from you guys. What did you guys think? What do you think about this look? I'm super excited. I'm going to go live. You'll probably see this the day of, but I will be going live also with this palette. So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe, hit your bell. You got to go into the settings of YouTube and on your phone and make sure that you get YouTube notifications or they won't notify you even if you ring the bell. And then you will be notified when I go live, and come hang out with us because we just hang out and play with makeup and have a good time. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Tell me if you plan on picking up this palette. I do have a code. It's code Debutawn with Nomad. This is their same formula, same amazing shimmers and amazing mattes that are blendable and they just melt onto your face. They're so beautiful. And their shimmers, they don't crease on my eyes. I love their formula. And it is for a good cause. And if you're like me and collect a few brands, you might be picking it up for that alone as well. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be watching out for my live stream where we're going to use some more of those shades and see if I regret where I ranked it. So until the next time I see you guys, I hope glitter catches your eye but never goes in it. Take care. Bye-bye.